Okay, I'm going to show you how I installed my vinyl license plate wrap. It is Auralite reflective graphic film. Okay, whatever it is a very flexible and sturdy vinyl. I think it's vinyl. I have alcohol spray that I'm going to use to clean the surface. My car has a Expel Stealth matte wrap, so I'm going to be applying this on the outside of a wrap. So the car is wrapped. Other tools I have are a light, work light, a black Sharpie, and some painter's tape. All right, so the first thing I want to do is prep the surface. I'm going to clean it with alcohol. You want the alcohol so that it takes off any kind of waxes or any kind of surface stuff that you may have put on your car. Obviously, if you're going to be putting a sticker on your car, you don't want it to be waxed. So this is harmless. The other thing I did was, this is 12 inches. I went ahead and marked the center 6 inches in from either side. I marked it with a piece of blue tape. So I'm going to be lining that up with the center of this grill. I don't have a Tesla logo to look at because when I had the car wrapped, I asked them not to put the logo back on. Now, I want to put the license just above this body line here. So there's a line here. I want to use that as my baseline. So to do that, what I'm going to do is use a piece of painter's tape, and I'm going to get it to line up in the middle. Now, it's going to be hard to see that body line, and that's why I need this work lamp. So you can use a flashlight or whatever. But basically, yeah, I'm a little too high. So I'm going to bring it down a little bit. You need something that allows you to see where that line is, because even with the matte wrap especially, or maybe the matte wrap helps, I don't know. I don't know what it looks like without a matte wrap. Okay, so I got the top of that line here. Now, because the front of the car curves, you're gonna have to go with that curve. And the reason I'm doing this is I want to have a baseline for the vinyl license plate. Now, if I just pull it straight across, you can see it just obviously is dipping down on the left. So that's what I mean by the front of the car is curved. So you're gonna need to go with the curve. And you need to move the light around so you could, oh, come on. Oh yeah, that's much better. Oh, I can see a lot more now. Okay, so that feels good to me. That feels good. I'm looking at the body line, shining my light at different angles to see where it is. Now, the reason I'm doing this is because I've actually tried to do this already, and it's very difficult to know the rotation of the license plate. And what I'm doing is I'm allowing myself to have a definite edge that I could line the vinyl license plate up. And I know that I want the bottom to be at the top of this body line. Now, the other thing I could do, since I have tape here now, is I can mark the center point. So I'm looking at the grill here. Definitely mark that. That is the center line. Now I'm going to go ahead and stand up, move back. Make sure that center line is centered. I feel good about that. And is that line straight? Yes, I feel good about that too. Okay, so once I tape this onto the car, I will no longer have the ability to clean what's behind it. So I'm going to clean this so that it doesn't transfer any dirt to the car. And then I'm going to, one more time, clean the car. Basically, you don't want a speck of dust. Kind of like when you're wrapping the car. You don't want a piece of dust on the car when you put the wrap on, because then that little piece of dust will be with you until the day you take off that wrap. And trust me, you will see it. Probably not a big deal with the license plate though. Okay, this works out really well because now I can actually feel the license plate hitting the tape. I can then line up the center point of the license wrap, which I marked with my blue tape. Okay, I'm feeling really good about that. So let me take a little piece of blue tape that I prepared in advance. Put that on the left, and let's go ahead and do the same on the right. So I'm going to stick it to the license first, and then I'm just going to kind of stretch it a little bit as I go left so that we don't have any pockets in the middle. Now, the car is curved. It curves in and it curves this way. So it is a bit of a tricky thing to put a flat surface on a curved surface. And I don't know if you can see this, but there are like bubbles of bumpiness. Because this is a flexible wrap, I assume, I'm guessing, that when I press these bubbles out, it will become flat on this surface. You know what I mean. Let me double check. So I got my perfect distance here. It's a little bit higher in the middle, which is interesting. I guess that's what happens when you put something flat on something curved. But I'm feeling really good about there and here and there. Nice, brand new, fresh piece of blue tape. And let's just stick that here. Pressing out on the plate itself first and then to the car. Let's see what happens if I now lift the sides, bring it down. I'm going to press down in the middle and kind of hold it there, and then I'm going to kind of push out to the side like that. Okay, still have the air bubbles in the middle, but what are you going to do? Okay, I am feeling really good about this. At this point, you probably want to take your car, drive it around the neighborhood, make sure it doesn't interfere with any of your sensors or radars. You might want to step back from the car, go park it on the street, maybe walk back, take a look at it, make sure it's perfectly centered, make sure it's perfectly rotated correctly. I have never done this before, so wish me luck. Go ahead and take off the sides here. All right, here comes the big moment. As I am completely surrounded by mosquitoes. And of course, the gardeners weren't enough. We now have a helicopter. Thank you, helicopter. All right, so that should be enough to get it started. I'm going to go ahead and start in the middle. Press that up against the middle. Work my way down. And then as I'm going down, I'm going to be pushing out any kind of air bubbles or ripples as I go. I have a squeegee, but I don't think you need a squeegee for this. I think this is perfectly fine to do with your fingers. So again, I want it touching in the middle, and then I'm going to press outward with my thumb as I go down. So far, no bumps, no ripples. Feeling good about that. I can go ahead and take this off. Don't need it anymore. And just keep going down, carefully, carefully. I'm getting near the end, so I want to be careful that it doesn't snap off at the end, because if it does, it's just going to stick itself to the car. So I'm going to go very slow at the end here, maybe even hold it here to keep it from completely separating. This looks pretty good. I'm actually pretty happy so far. Check for any bumps. Check for any ripples or bumps. I don't see anything. Still feeling pretty good. All right. Let's go ahead and take the rest of the film off here. That's nice. It has like a natural curve, so it doesn't just slap back down on your car, so that's good. All right, let's go ahead and take off our center mark that I put on earlier. Now let's go ahead and take off the blue tape at the top. And let's just finish that top edge. We do have a little bit of a bubble there. Got rid of it. And I got a little bit of the blue tape glue. Let me get rid of that. And there you go. This is legal in California. You're allowed to have this in the state of California. And I no longer have to worry about getting tickets for not having the legally required front license plate on my Tesla. Thank you for watching.